Good morning, Butterfield Trail Village. How's everyone today? A lot of beautiful smiles. I cannot believe I'm going to mention May. It seems like we were just talking about Christmas parties. I'm so glad you're here today. I want to thank those that went with me to Tahlequah, to the Trail of Tears art show and the Cherokee National History Museum on Wednesday. It was a fabulous trip, and I hope you enjoyed it. So the May calendars should be delivered to you first to mid next week. So I want to highlight just a few things in May, but we have a lot of other announcements, so I'm not going to go into great detail. When you read your calendars, if you have any questions, please just let me know. Okay, so we have Kate McNaughton. She is the she is with Appleseeds Teaching Farm. How many of you know of Appleseeds? Did she? It's a teaching farm for children about how to grow healthy food and how to have access to healthy food. And she'll give a presentation here on May 4th. And then on Tuesday the 5th, we'll take a trip over to Appleseeds Farm where she'll give us a tour. The tour at the farm is part of the Be Inspired Northwest Arkansas outings that I started last month. And then another program that I've started on the 6th, I would love for you to come meet John Forrester and Ashley Dowling. John is an urban forester, and Ashley is an entomologist at the university. They're going to talk about bugs and plants and bushes and grasses, all in part of a program that we'll call the Butterfield Bio Blitz. Bio Blitz is a title that was created by National Geographic. And what people do is they download an app on their cell phones called iNaturalist, and you take photographs of things in nature, but then it goes to a shared website for scientists to study and to see what you have come up with. It's a community thing that's going on all over the country. And what they do is they identify what you've taken a photograph of, and then you can go to the website and see if it's something we already know about or if it's something scientists did not know about. So anyway, they have discovered 80-something extra species that they were unaware of. So we're just going to have fun. We're going to go out. We're going to take pictures on our phones. I'll have a training class on how to get the app, and it's something we're going to do all summer. So remember Butterfield Bio Blitz, okay? And let's see. Thursday the 14th is our Dinner in White, also known as Dinner in Blanc. And it's been 2 years since we've hosted a Dinner in White. Kevin, were you here when we did the Dinner in White before? Do you have a white suit? Not yet? It is so much fun. We'll have the Mischievous Swing Band from Tulsa playing Parisian-style swing music, and everyone dresses in white. We have table decorating contest for prizes, and the whole event is very special, and everything is white. On Monday, the 25th, is Memorial Day. We will host different parts of the Arkansas Winds Community Concert Band who will perform patriotic music, and that will be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Memorial Day. There'll be a French horn ensemble, woodwind trio, piano soloist, and brass quintets. So I hope you can be here on Memorial Day and lift up the people that have given so much to our country. All right. Oh, one more thing. Thursday the 28th, the Fayetteville Library will be here, and they're going to offer what is called Libby Learning Sessions. They host those at the library, but they wanted to do one here at Butterfield. And what that is they will help you connect to ebooks and audiobooks that are available through the Fayetteville Library. So you can read about that, and again, call me if you have any questions. I want to wish all the mothers a very happy Mother's Day. That's going to take place before our next town meeting. Thank you for all you did to nurture your children and raise responsible adults. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer, and everybody knows the order.
Good morning. And I just heard Ricky speak about apple seeds. I helped create that way back with Ozark Natural Foods. So I hope you all will go. It was a thing I never thought would really take hold. I thought I was just spending my time in a boardroom coming up with ideas. I know, I never talk about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. I was kind of off the cuff. Um, anyway, so I hope you'll go to that, and maybe I'll be able to make it too. Anyway, I want to tell you about all of the great things we have going on in May at the Wellness Program. First, I have very exciting news, although I'm disappointed because she's not here. She has, I think, a stomach bug. But Sarah, who's been interning with us, has taken a full-time position, and she is going to be wonderful. She has lots of experience doing group exercise class. So if you haven't already had the chance to work with her, please come get involved and come try her classes. One thing that we're going to be adding immediately, it will come out on Telegram. We will be bringing back the circuit training in the gym next to the pool. That way, it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You will have the exact same class at the lodge, so you'll be having both locations. It'll be a great time to get to know Sarah, because with that class, she's going to be running the timer, making sure you have good form, and you can also get the chance to actually talk to her and get to know her. Another class that she's doing is Tuesday through Friday. It's a 1:30. It's the functional fitness class that we had been working so long on, and then we did the personal training with, and then that class has been going for a month, but it's now on your main calendar. Please come and try that class. That class is going to give you everything you really need to keep doing what you love and keep developing muscle strength. So if you haven't tried that class, we also always will offer one-on-one training. All you have to do is reach out, call, email, text, and we will get you set up with that. Also, the hikes. We've got great hikes this May. The first one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be May 4th, and we're going to have Michael Melton, and we're going to try Frisbee golf. We're hoping you love it. But if you don't want to do Frisbee golf, you can join me. I will be doing an urban pole walking program. I wasn't expecting a call, sorry, that distracted me. Anyway, urban pole walking and showing you how to get into some higher heart rate zones with the urban poles. These are wonderful. They help you improve posture, they give you a strength workout, and you're going to get a better cardiovascular workout. So if you don't want to try Frisbee golf and you do want to try that, please sign up for the hike, and we'll all be picnicking afterward. There will be several other hikes that's going to be out and in your mailbox. One we're going to be doing is my favorite to Lost Valley, and that will be the following Monday. So please think of that. Speaking of the urban pole walking and heart health and how much it gets your heart rate up, on May 27th, which is a Wednesday, I'm going to be giving a talk on your brain and exercise. It's the ways that exercise can help with Parkinson's, memory, mood. This is all of the research. I have been working on it, working with experts, and I'm so excited to be giving this talk. After the talk, we want you to know that you're exercising in the right zones and getting results. So we will be offering free training afterward, where we will be working with you to make sure that you're getting in the right heart rate zones to be getting results, that you're working the right program. We're going to have chest strap heart monitors to make sure that you're where you think you are. So please start to look for that sign up. We want to get that going. Also, for if you're interested in a Parkinson's program through Encompass, this Tuesday at 2:30, we'll be taking a bus and trying their Power Up Parkinson's program and support group. So make sure and get signed up if you want to try what they're doing. Afterwards, we're going to be meeting as a group and looking at how we can support those with Parkinson's here on campus. And finally, this is the last thing that I can think of, and hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. We have Encompass coming here to do a stroke prevention talk, and they'll also be fixing floats. I think those are the ones with root beer and ice cream. So come have a treat and listen about stroke prevention. I'm just going to make sure I have the date right. That's going to be on Wednesday the 13th at 2, signs and symptoms of stroke. So please start to take notice. I'm adding a lot of things with the wellness program, and we'll be excited to see you in the gyms, on the hikes, and all. We're in here for a talk. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. As most of you have already heard, Jeff Parsons, our security manager, has decided to retire again. He's hoping it will actually stick this time, and I promised that he didn't have to speak, but I dragged him up here, made him at least get up in front of you. So he and his wife will be hitting the road and traveling the U.S. to see the sights, and I know that he's really looking forward to that. But he has promised me that he's going to come back to Northwest Arkansas periodically because he does have grandchildren here, so he wants to come back and see them. And so he's agreed to stay on as a PRN employee, and that means as needed. So hopefully it won't be the last time that you'll see him in a uniform here at Butterfield, and that he'll be able to still come in, stay in touch, and work for us from time to time. Jeff came to us with a very impressive background in security and safety, and he has really been a blessing to us, not only in terms of his skill set, but just his personality. His laugh and his smile are so contagious, and he's just really had I think, a very positive impact on us all. And he's going to be missed, and I hope that you will take time this afternoon to come to a gathering in the convocation room at 2:30, enjoy some cake and some punch, and spend a few minutes talking to him and letting him know how much you appreciate his time here, and that he will be missed. So hope to see you all this afternoon at 2:30. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Angela. So out with the old and in with the new. Sorry. It's okay, I'm older than he is, I can say that. So, so I'd like to introduce our new security manager, Angela Sparks. She's been with Butterfield now 6 years. She started right about the time COVID started. And she's worked for 5 years as the overnight security officer. And then over the last year, she has worked very closely with Jeff, and he has mentored her and prepared her to take this position. She has a law enforcement background, and that includes 18 years as a railroad police officer and close to 20 years as a private investigator. I know that Angela considers Butterfield to be a very special place, and it's because of you. Because she told me she really didn't have any intentions of staying at Butterfield when she first came here. It was just kind of a fill-in, you know, how it was during COVID getting jobs. But she fell in love with Butterfield, and it's because of you, the residents, that she has come to love it so much. She's open, and she encourages any suggestions or questions or concerns from you in order to make your home here at Butterfield safe and secure for you. I'm sure most of you already know her, and that you will help make her feel welcome here in her new role. And Angela, I'm gonna let you have the mic.
Well, thank you, everyone. As most of you know who I am, and I know most of you guys, and as she said, I started right at the beginning of the pandemic. I started in March of 2020. And I was only going to be here for a couple years, and then I was going to get back to my life of railroad police and PI work. And while I was here, a part of me healed that I didn't know I needed healing. You know, I'd gone through a divorce recently, and losing 2 of my jobs due to COVID is kind of a change that I wasn't quite prepared for. And being at Butterfield, it really just changed a part of me. And last night I was watching on TikTok, and there was short form 60-second videos. And there was a video that kind of summed up everything of why I love to be here. And the video was a married couple. They'd been married for 65 years and been together, longer than that. And he was at home, and the wife was in a nursing home, and they were talking to each other over video. And they're both crying because they can't be together during that time. And I am very humbled and lucky to be able to be here to facilitate keeping everyone together. That's why Butterfield's so special, is that you guys create a community for after your life changes in different ways. You guys make lifelong friends, and you get to stay together, and I help to facilitate that, and that is why I enjoy this job so much. This isn't just a job. This is making friends with people that I adore, and you guys are a lot more than just residents to me. This isn't just a job. This is a lifestyle to be here and work here and enjoy it. So I promise to do the very best I can. I'll go in further to my background when I meet you guys at the floor meetings. I'm going to come and speak at all of them and answer any questions you have about my background or anything. I'm very open to any suggestions and any questions you guys have. And I want to thank Jeff for mentoring me for this last about 18 months. We've worked closely. I've done everything he asked me to do and kept asking to train me because his background was very impressive. So it's something to live up to. And I hope to be able to do that. So thank you. Thank you all very much.
Linda McBride has a few comments that she'd like to make now. Linda.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak about Jeff and Angela. I'm so excited for both of them. So I won't take but 2 minutes. You can time it 2.5. When I heard Jeff, when I heard you were retiring, my first thought was that old country song, George Jones. Who's going to fill those shoes? And I'll tell you, around here, that's a mighty tall order. You've been more than just the head of security for us. You've been a steady hand, a friendly face, and always a good smile. Or a little hallway visiting. Now, some people may say visiting with 2 letters of the alphabet, B and S, but whatever you call it, it sure made my days better. You didn't just keep us safe, you made this place feel like home. Now, Jeff, as you head into retirement, I hope the road ahead is always easy and full of good days, and that you know how much you meant here. About those shoes, Angela doesn't need any shoes to fill. She's got them herself. She's got those boots, and she's not here to fill those shoes. Angela's got her own stride, her own way, her own pair of boots to walk in. And from what I know to be true, she brings experience, a strong sense of responsibility, and a genuine care for the people here. Jeff, I thank you for being everything that you did, and may the road ahead be happy and healthy. Angela, I am so proud of you, and I am so incredibly excited about the steps you're fixing to take. And from what I know, you are the best. And what I know, go make it your own, dear one. Thank you.
Well, what a day at Butterfield. Man, we have all these great things to celebrate. Jeff, thank you for the 1 million rides across the street for me and my team, and and everybody who's now parking over there. So today I have quite a little list. Number 1, today is Ellis Melton's last day as our your resident finance committee chair, and I just want to say thank you, Ellis. You are an outstanding mentor, and you have really brought that committee along, and I appreciate being included in that. And you have represented your community well, and I hope you will pop in every once in a while. Also, I would like to recognize Lori Phillips. She is our Senior Accountant of Operations. She processes all of the payroll and accounts payable, use tax, and several other things. Today is her last day at Butterfield. She's been here almost 7 years. Our best estimate, she's written over 70,000 checks, payroll and accounts payable. And she was an integral part of the implementation of our new HRIS and payroll system. And she has worked endless hours, and we just want to say thank you and wish her well as she goes on to her new opportunity. She's across the street. They're probably watching. Wanted to update you on the annual audit. It is normally done and approved in the month of April. Due to some timing issues at the audit, on the audit team, it will be May and it will be done. But all reports are we're in just as good a shape as we always are. So as soon as that comes in, I'll let you know. It'll be at the front desk. And then I wanted to give you an update on our Butterfield Technology Initiative. We have had so many changes, we can hardly keep up. We're a little over a year into Paycor, which is payroll and HR, and it's still in development. I'm not sure it'll ever end, Cheryl. But we also implemented new financial software last summer, and that's going well. And 2 members of the business office team are headed out for training next week, so to work on some dashboards and reporting for Kevin, learn how to do more of that. And next on deck is the big go-live date, May 5th, of our new implementation to Point-Click Care. We wanted to give you a little bit more information about that. Point-Click Care is a very robust system that does a lot of things. It's the gold standard of senior living, and it handles all things for the residents. Every piece of information we know about you is now been moved over into that system. So it manages the resident database. The social work team enters information in there, and your bills are generated in there. It is also, the marketing team is working on a new system as well that will feed into Point-Click Care. We'll be moving into the digital age. We won't be signing contracts by hand anymore in the next upcoming months. So the marketing team's working on a whole conversion. The dining team is working on a conversion because all of these systems plug into Point-Click Care. So just about every team we have is working on some form of technology update. And then, so what does that mean to you? So we're going to have a lot of movement on campus. We're getting new equipment in the dining room. You will go through the dining room, and we're going to take care of your meal plan just like we always do. It really shouldn't be much notice change to the independent living residents, but your bill is going to look different. At the end of May, you'll get one more bill that looks like it always does. Do I know what it's going to look like yet? No, because we can't just run an extra test run of billing. I don't know what it's going to look like, but there can be hiccups with technology, but we're a smart team and we'll fix it if there's a problem. It will go in your box at the end of May, just like it always does. If you have any questions about your bill, you need to contact Annette Shump. Most of you know who she is, or you can call me, and we'll work through any of those issues. But it's an exciting time and a big investment from Kevin and the board for us to do this. It's going to result in better, quicker reporting, and just be so much better for all of us who are trying to keep all those records straight. And next on deck is we're upgrading the maintenance software. So we're not done yet. We'll have a lot more to report in the upcoming year. But I'm going to let Vicki Prince update you on all of the cool information as it relates to healthcare. Thanks.
Good morning. I am not Vicki. She is not feeling too well, so she asked me to speak to y'all about Point-Click Care. My name is Jeff Spradlin. I am the MDS coordinator for healthcare. MDS is just a fancy word for saying I get assessments done on all the residents in healthcare. I started my journey here in Butterfield back in October of last year, and it has been a fabulous journey. I love it here. I love helping the residents. I love helping staff. I love collaborating with all the other departments in this campus that we have here. We are, like she said before, we are officially making our transition to point-click care on May 5th. That is our go-live date. We're working hard to get all the information together from Matrix Care, which is our current EMR, or electronic medical record, over to point-click care. It's been a little bit trying to get everything together, but it's going good. Just a little bit more about point-click care. It's considered the gold standard in electronic medical record software. Along with this much-needed upgrade, we have invested in new, up-to-date equipment, like a Bluetooth Vitals machine. This machine is going to allow us to take vital signs, and it's going to automatically go into point-click care. No more writing them down and waiting 2 or 3 hours later to input them. As soon as it's done, it's going straight into point-click care. That allows the nurses to see what's going on, and it also allows the doctor to see right then what's going on. Excuse me. Point-click care will allow us to get information from the hospital, just like Washington Regional or Encompass, and we can get that information about that resident to us sooner, and then that allows a speedier process for an admission process. CNAs are getting new tablets to chart on. These tablets are going to be able to be carried around, and they're going to be able to do the documentation and the vital signs right then and there, which is another important part of providing great patient care. And that's why we're all doing this, to provide great patient care for everybody. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to have a lot of people on campus doing the training for all our staff, and you're going to see a lot of new faces, but overall, this is going to be a better expectation, and it's going to be a better experience for residents and the staff. I just want to remind you, this is a great interdepartmental collaboration. We're going to be able to talk with business office, social work, everybody that's connected to us to make this a great experience for the residents. Thank you.
All right, good morning. Thank you, everyone, for great information this morning. A few updates. I know I gave you all the updates Monday night, but I have a few other things that I can include here that we have updated since that night. The construction update, the parking lot project is back on track, so it's back at work. They're going to start hopefully in the next 2 months. That'll be, weather pending, that'll be completed. The other construction update, the equipment is on site. The stormwater inspection has been completed, and we mentioned some of this yesterday. The tree preservation inspection has been completed. And we're waiting on the grading permit, and then excavation will start. So hopefully in the next week or so, you'll see serious work being done. There are currently 22 residents on the assisted living wait list, and some questions came up about the pricing. The pricing will work the same way as it does now. There'll be no difference at this time. The fence work on Joyce, the new fence will start work as weather permit. They've already demoed the old sign, and they've got it marked where the pillars are going to go, and you'll see the mason out pretty soon. We'll start work on those first. So that may start a little more towards the first of next week, depending on the rain. So they were hoping to start by the end of this week. The rain may have slowed that down. The update on the carpet in the hallways, we do have interior designer Brad Beach that will be working on that. We do have representatives from each floor that are on a team to help come up with recommendations. And once the color board has been designed, developed, whatever, it'll be presented we'll put it out like we do with other projects for everyone to give their input. The elevator cab is here, and they plan to start work by the end of May, but we'll, of course, keep you updated on that because we know how that changes. The fire doors are here that were knocked down during the fire evacuation last, November last year. There was just a large back order on those doors, so it took that long. They just came in. They'll be scheduling a time to get all the doors replaced on the ones that had to be repurposed for the apartments. The pool update, the therapy pool will be fixed. I know there's rumors going around about the therapy pool for some reason, but there will still be a therapy pool. It will be fixed, waiting on parts. It's a heated pool, so we're waiting on parts to come in. Parts aren't as available for those type of pools. Everyone's going to saltwater pools, so parts aren't quite as available as they are for older pools. So we are going to fix the therapy pool, and it will be going again. And the last update that I have is the Wi-Fi is going as planned. It's probably still, I haven't talked to Gary this morning, probably 3 to 4 weeks out before we finish that project. So that's the updates from Monday night. Are there any questions for anyone? Yes, ma'am.
And I'm concerned about the exterior of the building. It doesn't really match what we have on campus. It's not a craftsman style. It doesn't have the rock that we use here. We have a beautiful campus. We all love our campus, and it would be nice if it matched. We also had a lot of residents yesterday that talked about their safety concerns. They're concerned that to even exit the first floor, you have to go downstairs, except that there's one main exit. Second floor, there's stairs too. And people brought that up. There were also design concerns that were brought up. There wasn't enough little nooks in the bathroom for storage for their medicines and things. They're worried about that. They're worried about the design of the shelves in the library were real high. And as you know, we're a lot of women and they're short. We'd like it designed for the people that live here. We also noticed that the people over in assisted living now have asked for little nooks where they can have their puzzles out and do their puzzles, their jigsaw puzzles, and maybe visit with just a couple friends. And we didn't see that on the design at all on either first or second floor. They've asked for a fitness room, and we didn't see a fitness room. They want it already set up so they can work out when they want to. They don't want to have to wait for Jennifer to bring a cart, is what we've been told, to bring the weights down. So they are asking for things and our question is, are you going to start listening to what the residents would like and maybe change the plans? I personally am worried about the geothermal field. As you know, over in the covered parking, I'm not sure there was enough prior planning. The geothermal field was kind of hit and had to be redone, and it still looks a little shallow to me. And as you know, there's a lot of wells over there, and I hope prior planning has taken all that into consideration, that they're not going to be affected when that happens. Because I remember when the air conditioning went out last year, or 2 years ago, and we suffered for weeks while it was fixed. I also want to know who's monitoring construction, because we really want it done right the first time. And I want to know who's making the decisions about our money. It's our money, it's being spent, and we want it done right the first time, because we don't want to have to pay again and again, which seems to be sometimes the pattern that happens here. So those are 4 questions that I have. I also do want to say the campus is looking a lot better. I'm really pleased that Wi-Fi is coming in. We're moving up to the 21st century, and that's wonderful. But prior planning prevents poor performance, and that's my position. Thank you. I would like answers to questions too.
Okay, so you have a board of directors and a board finance committee that make decisions on how money is spent. The design of the building, we sent out a questionnaire. We got input from the residents and the things that the residents asked for. That's what we included in the building. There is a multi-purpose room, and it's hard to design a building to please 418 people because you're asking for a fitness center. I was told 2 months ago that was a waste of money and a waste of space, and they didn't want a fitness center. They don't want a theater. They thought that was all waste of space and waste of time. So you design it the best you can to please as many people as possible. It's very impossible to please all 418. If you can't give all 418 people 100% of everything that they need or want, because it's, you just never get it, you could never build a building like that. As far as construction monitor, we have, we have construction monitors, we have construction managers, and Milestone has the construction. Well, according to the bond, we had a construction monitor look at the plans and go over all the plans to make sure everything was. Of course, we have the city that oversees all the permitting and. But what you're referring to as far as doing things, as you referred to not doing things up to standard, I feel like we've done that since I've been here. I don't feel like we're doing things halfway anymore. I don't think that's an issue anymore. What else? The wells, we had the energy committee look at that. That's not going to be an issue. We took the experts' advice, and so that's the way we took that. What else? What did I leave off? All right, if I missed anything, just send me an email and the stairs on the exit. So the building is, there is a slope right there, and the initial design was we were going to, it was going to be built into the slope. Well, it has to be above the slope, so that's why the stairs are there. The main entrance will be similar to where it is. It'll be on the east side. But the exits, there will be stairs going down to get out if you wanted to go out that way. If you wanted to go out the south side, there would be steps to get out. If you're on the first floor and people have patios on the first floor, if you're in a first floor apartment, you want to step out, you just step out of your patio, I think, if you wanted to go outside. Well, they have patios. You can go outside if you want to go outside. True. Yes, ma'am. So the stairs were put on the south side as a request from the residents. That was just an additional way to get in. That's not the main entrance, but that was just an additional way. To do a ramp, it would have to zigzag back and forth a long ways due to the height of it. That's why that wasn't. The stairs were just added as a convenience. If anyone wanted to walk that way and could walk up the steps, that was just another way to get in the building. It was not meant to be the main entrance or exit. Yes, sir.
In looking at the drawing of the stairs, I noticed that the slope on those stairs is less than the stairs we have internally now. So they're much more safe than the ones we have and have experienced for 40 years.
Thank you. And if there is a fire, I know there was the example of 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, the fire departments would still come at 3 o'clock in the morning if there was a fire. As you know, we had, 7, 8 fire trucks here at the last fire. Within 10 minutes, we had 7 or 8 fire trucks here. And we're talking about evacuating a lot less people with the same amount of workforce, so. Any other? Yes, sir.
Yeah, but don't mean to change the subject, but you mentioned about the new carpets in the hallways. Could you give us a little more clarification on that? Is it going to be all of them? Do we need to have someone from each floor as a representative helping decide, or how does that work?
Yeah, good question. So we do have a representative from each floor on this team, meeting with the design, Brad Beach, our designer.
And has the team already been
Yes,
chosen?
we've already met twice with the team, yes.
And there's a representative supposedly from each floor?
Not supposedly, there is.
There is?
There is one, yes.
I don't think there is on ours, so
There are.
I'll look into that. Okay, thanks.
But so the way it'll work, that team will have input. So the design is, it's so early, we've met one time. This is probably a project that'll take 5 months. It'll take quite a while by the time you come up with examples, you make decision, or let everyone give input, make a decision, order the carpet. It's going to be a process, but they'll kind of see along. The team is together, and there is a representative from each floor, but the idea is that, they would get we know they'll get a lot of input. So y'all can discuss it at your floor meetings, I think would be She's asking about the walls that will be painted. Yes, the walls will be painted. So the idea is there'll be wallpaper, or I think it's called grass cloth, that will be put up in some places. The furniture, appropriate furniture will be placed. But how the colors and all that haven't gotten that far yet. But definitely they will be painted. The colors, a lot of the colors are very dated, like the carpet is. So.
Could we have Patricia send us a list of who the team is? I mean, that's the question everybody's wondering, so who's the team?
Sure, I don't think the team, hopefully the team won't have an issue with that if we share that.
Kevin, I'd like to mention that if you missed the assisted living presentation yesterday, it will be aired on Channel 1961 at 2 p.m. today, and again at 7 p.m. tonight on Channel 1961. It'll be in two segments, so there'll be a little glitch in between the two, but if you missed the meeting, you can watch it.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.